I get lost in design. To be in the design moment is to feel connected to God. It's something that is so intrinsic to what I do that it honestly is not something that I think about at all. It's my life. My name is Bee Pila, and I'm an interior designer. And I'm also the pioneer of what I call the Design Enlightenment movement. Okay, Connie, so this is the space, based on the picture that you sent me, that you have. I'm going to quickly just sketch the space right here. All right, so I can tell your billiard table is over here. Right now, your sofa is right here. You have a small sofa here. You have that, what you call the huge coffee table. And you have your TV and media center right here. So you said that you love the outdoors and you dream about having them integrated into your interior. And I know that what happens in a space like this, you have two choices. You can either look at the TV, and then these beautiful French doors that you have looking towards the outside are kind of lost. So here's what I recommend. I recommend that you shift everything around. What if you took, and I see that you have a small wall here between the French doors, but it's not that small. It actually could support the TV that you have. And you switched the TV over here. All of a sudden, you would completely transform the room. And instead of focusing towards this little niche right here, you'd be focusing your view towards the outside and getting the best of both worlds. You'd be able to watch TV and you'd be able to look outside. And if you don't want to invest in a new piece of furniture, you could put your sofa over here instead. And then I would recommend that you support this with some loose seating. You could keep the lounge chair you have over here, maybe get a couple more. I love swiveling chairs because then you can move them back and forth. And you probably could keep your coffee table right over here. Whatever you got going on here, which looks a little awkward because the furniture on this side is small in scale, I'd shift over to this side. And then, last but not least, if the billiard table is not being used because no one's really into it, I would recommend that you change that out for maybe a smaller kind of card table size. The square really is a conversational piece. And if you support that with some nice club chairs like this, you might entice people to play a game. You throw some checkers, you throw a chess game, Monopoly, a domino right here, and all of a sudden, everybody's attracted to come to this area. And by placing these chairs on this side, it takes away that barrier that a love seat or a sofa creates. Because what happens in a room like this is once you create two walls that are literally the sofas, people don't traffic through the space, right? So that, especially if you made these into swivel chairs, because then people could turn them and be able to communicate with those people that are playing a game. Now, guess what else? You can also support this little niche right here is an amazing opportunity. If you create a console or some kind of supportive furniture, a bar cart, whatever, you have the ability to bring in food and drink, because there's nothing better than food and drink to activate a space. You know how it is. Everybody winds up in the kitchen. Why? Because there's food and drink. So if we bring food and drink out to here by creating a console, adding a tray, putting some drinks on it, an ice bucket, all of a sudden everybody's hanging out and enjoying the view, the TV, the game playing, and some food and drink. And it looks to me like you have enough width in this space to add a secondary piece back here that could be behind the sofa. I call these the sofa back consoles, so that You can put some poofs underneath it, and all of a sudden this arrangement becomes a little mini bar. So voila, you've turned your family room into the favorite family hangout by bringing food and drink to the space, by softening up this heavy-duty billiard table into something much more practical, an accessible game table, by adding a couple of swiveling chairs and moving your TV over here. Now, I know that might involve a little electrical work or media work to get the TV over here, but I have to say it's well worth the effort, because this room would turn into the room that you want for your family and friends to enjoy. This is the solution, in my opinion, to your design dilemma. And you know what I always say, everyone deserves to have their home feel sacred.